you can't hear me at all. I was like, it's just going to be that kind of day today. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Grow Wealthy Grooming. I am your host, River Lee. For those of you guys that do not know me, I am the founder of the Savvy Groomer. I have been a pet groomer for over 10 years, probably closer to 15, which always makes me feel really old to admit. I have been a doggy daycare manager, a dog trainer, so I've basically done it all. I owned a shop with 5 employees and a membership model. I went feline exclusive mobile, and from there I sold both of those businesses, and now this is what I do full time. So I teach groomers who are broke and broken in order to help them make profits. So I am going to go ahead and start today's. It's been a little weird for you guys, as you guys are going to be watching this replay. Today was a weird day because Facebook was down for 5 hours. We are actually going live with the price increase masterclass for the last time of the year in a little less than an hour. So I thought today was just kind of a good day to do a less labor intensive topic, but it might be emotionally kind of heavy. I hate giving trigger warnings, but those of you guys that are having a hard time, I want to give you a little bit of a trigger warning. So today's topic, if I can find my screen, is called the Inadequacy Trap. Now, I want to give a personal experience that I've had, and I think maybe it will help you guys that are really struggling to find balance with this. What happened for me personally was that I was really struggling trying to figure out how best to I know it's going to sound bad, so I'm just going to say these things. So, as you guys know, I've been growing Savvy Groomer really organically. It's all been 100% funded by me. It's been slow going. It's wonderful that I'm able to teach what I know, help everyone. But there's been pitfalls where, one of my staff got very sick. Another one of my staff just realized that the position that she was hired for didn't fit who she was and decided to step down. And it's just constantly trying to figure out what to do and pivot. And that's how all of our businesses work. And it was really interesting because someone I really respect is running a class that is amazing. I haven't seen it personally, but I know it's going to be amazing. This person is way, I don't want to say more qualified, because I don't actually know if they're more qualified, but they have a bigger platform. And it's incredibly intimidating. And what's really weird is it made me feel completely inadequate when I was listening to them. I'm not listening to them per se. I shouldn't say that necessarily. But it was more of when I was thinking about it. And again, I'm just going to be honest with you guys because I think honesty is the best policy. I felt like, why am I even doing what I'm doing? Why am I even trying? Right? Why am I even trying so hard when somebody who has way more clout and is a bigger deal than I am can basically do what I do? And, why would anyone even care what I have to say? And the reason I want to share this is because I talk to groomers every day and they say the same thing. Maybe not about online classes, but about their grooms. So-and-so down the street is a much better groomer than I am. Or they'll say, I have this person down the street and they're a well-known groomer. And who am I, right? And I think we all feel that way. We all feel like we are struggling to be worthy. We are struggling to matter. We're struggling to be that person that is important. And I don't want to be famous. The last thing I really want is to be famous. I want to be able to I want to be able to help people. That's what it comes down to. And so when I focus on myself and when I focus on what, my own worthiness, it hurts other people potentially, right? Because what happens is instead of me focusing on who I can help, how I can help them, how I can help them grow. It's this woe is I. And sometimes it's okay to be a pity party of one. I definitely do it. And because it just sucks the wind out of your sails, right? Because you're like, oh my God, like this person is so much better than I am. And they are just incredible. And who am I? And next week I do want to talk about imposter syndrome. But this inadequacy trap really forces you to consider the fact that you're just a different person than them. You know, what they offer is not what I offer. Their voice is not my voice. And this also reminds me why it's good to have a business coach. Because the first thing I did was send this sales page to my business coach. And I said, why am I even trying? And, you know, of course, that's just me being overly dramatic, right? Because that's silly. And she was great because she said to me, girl, there are 1,000 pizzerias, you know, but people still eat pizza, right? And that's just it. You know, my pizza and their pizza is different. Maybe we both have pepperoni pizzas, but maybe mine's flatbread and theirs is deep dish. Or maybe mine is, you know, I'm from Rhode Island. We have a very different style of pizza. And theirs might be New York pizza. And it just reminded me because I know we do the same thing. And this is why I love when I learn a lesson and I get to share it with you guys. I know when I hear groomers talk about Petco, PetSmart, all the corporate places, right? And they're like, why even bother? They're just going to crush me. Well, there's lots of little pizza shops. Even though there's Domino's, Pizza Hut, there is, there's all kinds of different ones. I mean, I just moved down south and there's a ton of different ones as well. You know, and I can't help but wonder why it is that even though we have that knowledge, we can't help but feel that way, right? I don't want to feel inadequate. I don't want to feel like a failure before I've even given myself a chance. But that's kind of what we do, right? We just get stuck in this. We just get stuck. So really quickly, I'm going to double check because we've had quite the day with Facebook being done and Instagram. And normally you guys come and join me. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to make sure this is streaming live in YouTube. Great. We are. Sometimes I never know because I'm like, I don't want to do this whole thing live and then nobody's here. And I know it's really petty because see, again, it's just that I don't need the attention, but sometimes I'm like, why bother? Who cares? Who's listening? And that's nuts, right? That's absolutely nuts. I have sold now almost 70, actually over 70 now, of my price increase masterclasses. And it has changed lives. It will continue to change lives. And if I sit there and I just feel bad for myself, I can't give that service. Now, you guys always have unique gifts, right? Grooming is a unique gift. And the way that you help other people with your gift varies wildly. If I had 10 groomers in a room, the only way I could make them agree is that the 11th didn't know what they were talking about. So I just wanted to remind you guys that if you feel inadequate, if you are like, why am I even trying so hard? This other person is more accomplished. They're a competitive groomer. You know, they're been in business 30 years. Whatever it is, just remember that even someone like me sometimes falls into that inadequacy trap. Sometimes even I sit there and go, wow, this person has so much more to offer than I do. Why do I even try? And that's so sad, isn't it? It's sad that smart, accomplished, knowledgeable people feel inadequate. And I just got a message from someone. Let me just look up for those of you guys that don't know what inadequacy specifically means. Maybe you're like, I've heard that word, but I don't know exactly what it means. Let me look up the actual definition. So it's the state or quality of being. That's not fair. So it's the inability to deal with a situation or with life. That's a very good. I hate when they try to use the word in the definition. I'm like, that's cheating. So it's the inability to deal with a situation or with life. I can deal. I have great knowledge, right? I can. I have it. I can share it. It works. Right? Me feeling this way is just past trauma, and it's just me feeling bad for myself. And I shouldn't feel bad because I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. Now, that luck, of course, was made through hard work and good choices, and going from living in my car to opening up a shop 4 days when my son was born, to buying a house, to building 2 successful businesses, selling a house. That's all choices I've made and decisions I've made. And sharing that knowledge makes me feel good. Sharing what I know and watching people get out of this terrible place that they're in makes me feel good. And I have 2 choices, right? I have the choice of, woe is I'm a worm compared to this person. They're so much better than me, smarter than me, more successful than me. How could I even compare? Or, you know what? Maybe I'm not this person. Maybe I haven't done what they've done. Maybe I haven't accomplished what they accomplished. Excuse you. But he's being very supportive. But I still have a lot to give. I have a lot to give. And maybe what I have to give, she can't give. Not because she doesn't have the knowledge, but maybe what I have to share with you helps you have that aha moment. Maybe what I have to give is exactly what you need. And that helps me get out of that trap, because it's really easy to feel embarrassed, defeated, deflated, right? There are very few things that make you feel pumped up. It reminds me a lot of when you talk to people and they talk about the first couple of times they do grooming competitions. And they're standing next to people that have accomplished a lot. But one of the best advice I ever heard was just focus on your groom. And grooming competitions aren't for me. I wish they were, but they're not. But, there's someone I met at a trade show. Her name is Liz, and she's one of the smartest women I ever knew. And she gives great advice to people like that. And I know that's what, if I was talking to her, she would tell me, like, focus on what you know. And what I love is she teaches business, and we have similar ideas, and we do have this community. And I see her as a friend. I see a couple of people, Mary Aquendo, I consider a friend and a peer. Lynn Palillo, I feel like is a friend and a peer. Danelle German, I feel like she's obviously much higher than I am, but she's a peer. And no, I'm not these people. And maybe when I think about being in a hierarchy, that's where I get toxic, right? Is when you feel like people are better than you, it doesn't make you feel good. It's trying to find that healthy medium between being respectful and Yeah, it's like like trying to find being respectful and feeling like you matter. Hey, 80. Hey, Peter. Great to see you guys here. I don't know why, but my chat is not connecting, so I apologize if I've missed you guys or all the questions. You know, I just want you guys to know that. I want you to know that there are people, like, someone met me, like, oh my God, you're like famous. I'm like, me? I'm not famous. Like, I don't know shit. You know, well, that's not true. Like, I have lots to give, but it just makes you feel weird. If you're like, oh, but that's just it, right? That's the hierarchy. And if, you know, I remember when one of my students was like, I want to do what you do. And I said, yes, we need more people. Yes, we need more boots on the ground. We need more people helping. And I know that. And I really feel that. But sometimes it's still, somebody still can take the wind out of your sails. And you just have to go, okay, why do I feel this way? And is it real, or is it just that little voice inside your head, if you're not being crazy, right? That just tells you you suck. No one cares. These horrible things. And if you battle with depression and negative feelings, you hear those feelings and you have to kind of go, wait. You're wrong. You're wrong. What I have to give matters. What I have to say matters. And the more people that say it, the better the industry is. And 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what I'm thinking and I'm feeling. But sometimes I don't. And I just wanted to share that because I think pretending like we're perfect is really not fair. Sometimes I also fall into the inadequacy trap. And I have more practice pulling myself out of it. But you may not, you know, and I want you to know that whatever it is that you do, that's awesome. And my goal as a business coach, as somebody who teaches, you know, the Savvy Groomer business method, is to make sure whatever that thing is what you're marketing and is what people see, you know, because I'm not these people. I'm me. And what I sell to you is my knowledge, is my brand, is who I am, right? And I love watching people grow into that and do it with happiness and integrity, because it is that shifting of knowing what version of you are you, and how do I help people using that, right? Because I've been many different versions of me. And every time I find a new pocket of me, it's interesting to explore. Right now, I am Southern Redheaded River. It's nice. You know, it's very different than pixie, you know, when I had my pixie haircut and I was living in New England. Very different. That was very different than, you know, blonde Newport, Rhode Island sailing river. And they're all me. They're just different facets of who I am, right? And that's wonderful. And she's worthy no matter who she is. And you're worthy no matter who you are. And if you feel inadequate, you've got to ask yourself, what's going on that's following you down that rabbit hole? And how can you pull yourself out? Okay, so don't worry about it. There will always be someone cheaper. There will always be somebody better. And I don't need to be top of the pack, because that's not my goal. My goal has never been to be famous. My goal has never even been to be the best. My goal is to help as many people as I can while making a sustainable living. And that's a great goal for me. And I have to remind myself that. Because if I don't, I fall down that rabbit hole, man, and it is a bad place to be. Hi, Liz. But I'm going to let you guys go because it is the first week of the price increase masterclass, and because Facebook has been down all day, it's been really crazy here. It's funny, like I am not feeling my best. I'm a little tired. I'm just a little groggy. And Facebook is like, haha, broken. So we're adding people into the Facebook group. We're getting everybody ready. We'll see how it goes. You know, I mean, that's the best we can do. That's all we can do is the best we can do. So that was today's show. Today's show is all about the inadequacy trap. You know, I want you guys to know that even people, maybe if you admire me, I'm not saying you have to, but if you do admire me, it's important for you to know that people that speak at Super Zoo in Atlanta, people that run 6-figure companies, have the same feelings you do. The difference is that we just have the tools and the practice to pull ourselves out faster. And it's not easy. It is not easy to turn around and do that sometimes. But it, you know, and sometimes it's okay to have that pity party. I definitely had that pity party. It's called, I got myself a 10-piece nugget from McDonald's and a large Coke, and I sat down and I watched TV, and I just felt like crap. Cat will tell you, you know, and it all worked out. Because I gave myself that little time to just kind of mourn and feel bad. And I was like, okay, now that you've had your emotional moment, let's pick ourselves up and get ourselves off. Now, I do, if you guys have not already joined my free Facebook group, I want to invite you guys to do that. Hop into Savvy Pet Professionals. That's where we talk personal finance, business, and lifestyle for groomers. It is a free Facebook group. Now, if you're looking to invest in yourself and in your business, this is the last day to sign up for the price increase masterclass. It is 6 weeks, it is live, and you also get a recording in the Savvy Groomer Hub. So you'll have live access. You'll have access to that indefinitely. So you'll have, you know, basically the recordings, you'll have access to that as well as the worksheets and all that. But this is the last one we're going to do this year. I don't know if we're going to do another live one next year, if we're only going to sell it as a self-study. We have a lot of other classes coming down the road. I'm really excited everything that's going on with Savvy Groomer. You know, there's so much coming down the pipeline. And I wish I could share it and I can't. I'm like, there's no way to like say it without like spoiling things. But it's going to be good. So if you did want to sign up, you can sign up today. This is the last day to sign up. You might not be able to watch it live because if you sign up when we're going live, that's okay. Then you can hop into the class next week. So I'd love to see you guys there. And if not, that's okay. You know, there will always be more things to help you. And I have so many free classes. I shouldn't say classes. We have free lives. I have hundreds of hours at this point. Please feel free to watch them. Feel free to share, subscribe, like. It helps my business. I would love to monetize my YouTube channel because once I monetize it, I can do more stuff, guys. If I can monetize things, then I can do more of it. Why? Because just like you, I don't work for free, right? And I wouldn't teach you that. I wouldn't teach you to work for free. So I'm here to help everyone. I'm here to grow you and teach you healthy boundaries, make more money, but in a way that aligns with you. Oh, Maria's saying, love that line. Help as many people as you can while making a sustainable living. Yeah, that's absolutely it. You know, absolutely. So I'm really excited. All right, guys, if I haven't seen you, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Gotta hop in. Happy grooming, guys.